Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Msgr Todd Lajiness from Our Lady of Good Counsel, here with the brother priests from St. John Newman, from St. Thomas of Becket, from Resurrection Parish, all of you parishioners from our family. And what a blessed opportunity this is for us on the Solemnity of Corpus Christi. A big welcome to everyone here in Kellogg Park. Whether you're from one of our parishes or not, everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome because this is our praise fest. This is soaking in the great graces that the Lord Jesus has to offer. And before I go too much further, I also want to thank the city of Plymouth for permitting us to do this. Thanks to our police who are here as well. A huge thank you to you guys. Today for us marks a very special moment when we can just gaze upon, soak in, be grateful for everything that the Lord has given. We need Jesus. We really do. I mentioned this in my homilies this morning, that there are so many things that are presented to us as a need and so many things that we don't, in fact, need. But we do need Jesus. And so this praise fest for us is a unique opportunity to gather in public and to say thank you to the Lord. Thank you for everything that you give to us. And so just as a little orientation to the afternoon to help us, all of us, rejoice well, pray well, be in awe and wonder as we gather together, we're going to, in a few minutes, we're going to expose the Blessed Sacrament. We are going to begin our time of prayer, our time of thanksgiving. And I do want to highlight that throughout the park, we have prayer ministers who are eager and willing to talk, to pray with you. We have a box up front here too, this blue box. We've got cards. If you've got an intention that's been heavy on your heart, that you really want to pray for, you want the Lord really to hear, write it down. And we'll be gathering those and putting them in the box. We'll be putting them right at the foot of the altar to make sure that all of our prayers are collected. And so how this afternoon is going to unfold for us, it's going to be a beautiful rhythm of preaching and of praise and of song and of silence, all of it woven together. And so after the exposition, we're going to have 3 brief preachings with some praise and worship in between. I would invite you to just listen, really listen to the wisdom and the inspiration of the preaching on the Eucharist, on Jesus in his body and blood, soul and divinity. After a number of those preachings at 4 o'clock, just so that you know, at 4 o'clock, we're going to begin a procession with the Blessed Sacrament. So the Lord will move, and we'll start to your right, and we're going to move around the interior part of the park. There'll be a canopy, and you'll see the procession begin. And what I'd like you to do, pray about and invite you to think about this. On that first loop as we go around, if you're here as a family, and you want to walk and process with the Lord Jesus and the Blessed Sacrament, I'll ask you to line up. You can do the first loop around as a family. So as little family units, you can follow right behind the canopy, and that will do 1 loop, and we'll come around. And on the second loop, if you have been baptized this year, or you've been welcomed into full communion into the Catholic Church, we would invite you as our newest members, jump in on that second loop. And we would like you to do that. And then on that, there'll be one last loop, a third loop, for our young adults, giving you a chance to walk with Jesus. And so we'll have 3 movements around the park with 3 distinct groups. And as I say, it'll go along that middle section there and around the park. We have hospitality, we have the prayer ministers, as I mentioned, and we will begin the adoration and exposition in just a moment. And so let's let the Lord, in these moments, let's let him shower us with every grace Let him gaze on you. Let him love you. Let him love you in the Blessed Sacrament. And as we gaze upon him, let's return our love back to the Lord as we give him thanks for such a glorious day today.